Welcome on the show. The weekend is here and rest is near, and it's a Friday morning. I've got Sayo, Oguntoye. My name is Wale Scott, by the way. Of course, it's Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. And I've got a lot of sad news this morning. Sayo, Oguntoye, good morning. Hello, Sayo.
Good morning. Good morning to you, Wale Scott.
Good morning, Sayo. Nigeria has dropped from 32nd position to 34th position in the latest FIFA Coca-Cola World Rankings released on Thursday, following a lackluster display in June and July, where they lost 2 and drew 1 of their 3 international friendly matches. They also lost their position as the 3rd ranked team in Africa to Algeria, dropping to the 5th spot. There was also a significant change among the top 5 teams, while Belgium retained their number 1 spot, while Brazil overtook France to come second, with the latter occupying 3rd position. England remained unchanged in the 4th position, while Euro 2020 champions Italy climbed to 5th. Algeria moved up 3 places to the 30th position and 3rd in Africa, while Morocco are now ranked 32nd position and 4th on the continent, after moving up 2 places in the world rankings. Egypt, Ghana, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, and Mali make the top 10 teams in Africa at 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. FIFA rankings will determine the seedings for next year's Africa Cup of Nations, and the further drop could see the Eagles lose their pot 1 seeding. Also, Nigeria's men's basketball team, the Tigers, dropped 1 spot from 22nd to 23rd in the latest FIBA World Rankings released by Nike. Sayo, I'm not a fan of rankings. I've never been a fan of rankings. But why does Belgium still stay on top? What have they won? Yes, they have stars in their team, but what can we say Belgium has won that we can hold on to and say they deserve being number 1 on the rankings? Really?
Well, like you said, Belgium has not won anything yet. But let's look at it. They've been consistent. They've been like in the last 4 of tournaments, be it the World Cup, be it the Euros, they've been there. Italy now, who won the last Euros. Italy were not in the last World Cup semi-final. They were not also in the previous one. So it's difficult not to put Belgium in the mix, but being number 1, I cannot speak for that. I don't know how they got there. We have better countries who in terms of position should be there, but they are not. And like you said, I'm not also a fan of rankings. I think what matters most is when you field 11 against 11 on the field of play, and then you can be able to size up or beat any other nation. That's what matters most.
Now, let's look at the fact that Nigeria have dropped. Now, I'm asking myself, why has Nigeria dropped? Because basically, we have been able really to win our matches. We've qualified before the games proper. Why are we dropping points?
Well, we are dropping points because we lost an important game. I think against Algeria. Yes, we did lose. And when you play friendly matches, especially the non-grade A friendly matches, it doesn't really count. Where you see Nigeria beating the likes of maybe Uganda, it doesn't really count. But when you play the likes of Egypt, the likes of England, and then you lose, then it counts. So these are the reasons. And come to think about it, the last few games Nigeria has not really done so well. We've not really done so well. But like I said earlier, I don't really look much on the FIFA rankings. It doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, Sayo, please stay with us. I think I have a message here that says I have Ladi Egbedire from the UK on via WhatsApp, via Zoom right now. Good morning, Ladi.
Good morning, Wale.
Now, Ladi, you are part of the organization of the Festac Marathon. I spoke to Moses on this show a few weeks ago, and he spoke about this is the reason why we want to do the half marathon and all that. Now, the chairman of that local government has taken support of the marathon, saying, I'm in full support of this and I will do everything mortally possible to ensure this. How far can we confirm that?
Well, I know that authoritatively Moses was in the office of a chairman last week, precisely, and the chairman was actually presented with a banner and was also presented with a T-shirt, to commemorate the event. And the chairman has also agreed that he's going to be the host that will welcome all the athletes, that will compete at the event. So as I speak to you, Wale, the chairman is very much involved in it. And as you rightly know, there is no way that an event of such magnitude would in Festac in Amur of the local government, and the chairman will not be part of it. So the chairman is very much part of it. He's willing to give us so much. And as I say right now, the chairman has also gone ahead to issue an ultimatum, to the works department in Festac and Amur of that what's it called, road repairs to commence immediately, especially along all the routes that were used by the athletes. And apart from that, he has also given a lexicon communications to go ahead to, talk to all the corporate organizations within the community for them to be part, of this event, because this is something that's never happened before in Festac and its environment. And apart from Festac, that we're taking it to other parts of Nigeria.
Ladi, I asked Moses the last time. It is very inconvenient when you want to run a marathon on bad roads. I know for one that Festac roads are really very bad. What do they intend to do to ensure they make those roads worth the while so people can run safely and not break their legs in the course of running the marathon?
I'm not sure if you heard me initially. I said the chairman of local government, that's Valentine Duaimon, has given a directive that road repairs to commence as soon as possible. So, and the marathon is going to take place on the 2nd of October. And today is the 12th of August. I believe that before then, all the major roads that will be used by the athletes and some other road network will be repaired in Festac, and that's one of the effects, of having this kind of tournament or this kind of event in Festac.
Now, now that's said and done. Now, the monies are a lot, 2 million naira for the winner of the marathon, which is a lot of money by Nigerian standards and by post-COVID standards, really. Has the money been sourced for? Where will the money be sourced from? And will they get that money, really? Is Nigeria we are in? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Really?
This is the maiden event of this season. And we have our integrity, we have our reputation at stake. And the project director of this event, the project manager of someone that's done so much in the area of sport, talking about grassroots sport development. So a couple of years ago, Moses, Adesanya, and myself were involved in School Olympics, and that involved school children, and that event took place at Festac Marathon Stadium, and all the winners got their money. So Moses is the guy that always puts his money where his mouth, and before I can come to say, okay, I want to support him, I want to see if we can give this thing a best shot, I believe in him, and I believe in the people we're working with. And there are some other credible people in the country that are also part of this event, Wally, and they all have their names at stake. So I'm sure that all the winners will get what they fully deserve, because we intend to make it an annual event. And there is no way you have the maiden edition on the wrong footing and you expect people to depart to the second time out. It's not possible.
My producer, Toby Olushola, brought me to the fact that you sent a message this morning saying that there's going to be a press conference on this. What do we expect at the conference? Where are we going to be there in the first place? We already know the dates. We know when it's going to happen. What do we expect at the press conference?
Well, I know that the chairman local government will be very much around, alongside some other reputable organizations within Festac who we are talking to right now, because so many other bodies in Festac also want to be part of this event. And I know that an entertainment guru in Nigeria, whom I would like to mention his name, will also be part of this press conference as well. And it's going to be an event for the chairman to really acknowledge the fact that he is the host, and chairman, and he's going to be the one that will welcome all the athletes to the event. And going forward, some other information will also be revealed, for journalists to take home. And like let me quickly chip in the wallet. As we speak right now, there are so many people, signifying their intention to be part of it. 2 days ago, we still got an athlete following in from Jos, Plateau State, that wants to register for the race. So you see, I think the awareness is spreading like Hamilton fire. and I'm just loving it.
Now, Ladi, you are in the UK, you're in London, and the EPL starts tonight. Arsenal will take on Brentford. Brentford, a newly promoted team from the lower division. And Mikel Arteta is making so much noise. He says Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is back. Lacazette is back. He has a full squad. He wants to start well, naturally. I know you live in London, but you are a Madrid fan, a Real Madrid fan in Spain. But what do you expect from Arsenal? They've always put everybody's...
I saw Arsenal against Rangers. That game took place a couple of weeks ago in Glasgow, and they played 2-2. And in that game, for me, they went fantastic. They went to exceptional. And if you look at the team right now, they've lost some of Partey to an injury, and we don't know when he will be back into the squad. I don't think it's gotten a replacement for him. And talking about Martin Odegaard, they want to try and get this young man from Real Madrid. We are not sure if Ancelotti will let go of Odegaard for this season. Now, they're trying to get Madison. They've yet to get Madison. They've yet to get Odegaard. Partey is out of the mix. I don't see Arsenal really, creating a formidable, opposition for a team like Man City, for a team like United, for a team like even Tottenham. Don't forget they lost to Tottenham in the preseason game as well. So I think they're yet to really do their own work very well. There's still so much that needs to be done before the Arsenal team can actually become a title contender.
Ladi Egbedire, I want to thank you very much for joining us this morning at short notice. Thank you very much. Thank you, bro.
Pleasure.
Now, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has said that captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has come back to training with a right mindset and is trying to go back to the level that he can achieve. The Gabon striker failed to secure in any of the Gunners' 6 pre-season matches, and after a poor last season, many are beginning to worry about his form. Arteta also remained tight-lipped about midfielder Joe Willock's future at the club, refusing to answer questions on whether Willock will still be at Arsenal at the closure of the transfer window. Welcome back. Sayo, sorry for holding you up for so long. That was Mikel Arteta, Arsenal coach. Now, what are we expecting from Arsenal this season? 8 p.m. Nigerian time, they play Brentford in the first match of the English Premier League.
Well, Arsenal fans should lower their expectations to this season because look at Arsenal's rivals in the league, like United, like City, like Liverpool, name them, Tottenham. They've all reinforced. Arsenal are still yet to reinforce. They don't even know who they're actually going for. I mean, it beats me hollow to see Arsenal fans still being optimistic about their chances. And sad to say too, most of their players are not that of quality in terms of how they can break into a big top 4 side in England. Imagine a club that has Bukayo Saka as their best player of the season last season. It doesn't really speak well for them.
Wow. Now we're still talking about the EPL. Leicester manager Brendan Rodgers said defender Wesley Fofana faces a lengthy spell out due to the seriousness of his knee ligament damage. But the Foxes are seeking reinforcements, with Rodgers confirming centre-back Yannick Vestergaard is close to joining from Southampton. Leicester host Wolves in their opening Premier League fixture on Saturday, and Rodgers is looking forward to a full and raucous crowd at the King Power Stadium. Now, Sayo, I've always been a fan of consistency. In fact, I am scared of consistency because I know when players play together and they have been together for a while, they are always very difficult to beat. You are looking at a Leicester team that are not leaving anybody, they are not buying anybody, and they've been together for seasons. And so they are still together, they are playing tomorrow, and the coach is very optimistic, saying, yeah, my team is intact, I've got a consistent team, we can beat anybody really. Should we be scared of...
I want to agree.
Should we be scared of Leicester this season?
Well, not really scared of Leicester this season. I want to say this. Leicester is one of the most serious sides in the Premier League. No disrespect to the big boys in the Premier League, but with their decent spendings, with their decent, revenue they generate, they've been able to be among one of those sides that you can you can play and then you have your mouth you have your heart in your mouth. I mean, they've not lost anybody yet. They still kept the fulcrum of the team. They are still solid, they are strong. And now Fofana is out. They are even thinking of a replacement because he's going to be out for like 4 to 7 months, as you've heard from Brendan Rodgers. So they are like trying to see how they can, get a replacement for Fofana and then possibly contest for titles. Remember, they've already won the title this season. They've won the Community Shield against a mighty City side. So I think they are one of the most serious sides in the EPL this season.
I've just been told by my producer that they actually got a Bertrand, that's his name, Bertrand from Southampton. But like we said, the club is not really being shaken. As we said, look at a club like Manchester United, who have a Donny van der Beek trying to get back in the team. They've got different players trying to get back, But in their own case, they're a tight-knit squad. But my producer just told me now, Toby Dushala, just told me now that they got Bertrand from Southampton. But that's talk for another day, okay? Let's look at today, Arsenal against Brentford. Let's predict a winner for that one. And let's look at tomorrow's matches. Are we seeing the big teams all making it all clear? As in, starting on a good, or we're going to see 1 or 2 upsets in tomorrow's matches than today's matches?
Well, for today, I think Arsenal should be able to show the new entrants into the Premier League, how it is done in the Premier League. They're just coming from the Championship, so you do not expect them to have an easy ride, especially against Arsenal, who themselves are struggling. So they want to pick up points from this winnable game. Like Aubameyang is back. They have Lacazette. They also have Bukayo Saka. I mean, the list is endless. They should be able to win this game. Then going to the other games over the weekend, I think it's going to be a tough one for City away to Tottenham. It's going to be a very tough game. But I think City have enough in their arsenal to get the 3 points at the Tottenham.
So you don't think Tottenham has anything in Arsenal to take on City? Tottenham have a good team too, really.
Yeah, although they have a good team.
Bale has gone back to Real Madrid and all that, yeah.
Yeah, they have a good team, but don't forget also that the last results between these two sides was in the final, and then Tottenham lost. So Tottenham will keep battling, they will keep fighting, but I don't think they can be able to withstand City, especially when City keeps pumping up the attack. They will break.
This is the man I'm gunning for as far as tennis is concerned. After, I'm thinking about post Nadal, post Federer, post all of them. Now, his name is Tsitsipas, and he wasted no time in booking his spot in the quarterfinals of the Rogers Cup in Toronto. Now, the Greek is past Karen Khachanov, 6-3, 6-2, capping the perfect end to his 23rd birthday. Tsitsipas will now meet Norwegian Casper Ruud in the last states. Shai, I want to thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you very much, as usual.
Thank you so much for having me.
You always have my back. Thank you. Now, Russian Daniil Medvedev cruised past Australian James Duckworth in a Toronto Masters third-round match Thursday night in Canada. 25-year-old Medvedev, the tournament's top seed on the men's side, was only briefly troubled when the unseeded Duckworth broke him late in the second set. But the world number 2 held his next serve for 6-2, 6-4 victory. Medvedev awaits the winner of the last match between 7th seed Paul Hubert Hurkacz and unseeded Georgian Nicholas Bakhashvili. Daniil Medvedev. That's all we can take on the show today. Friday morning, the weekend is here and rest is near. Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. Thank you very much to my guests on the show this morning via Zoom. Ladi Egbedire from the UK, London precisely. And of course, Sayo Oguntoye from Lagos. Thank you very much. Join us same time next week, Monday. Same station on Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. My name is Wale Scott. Like I always advise you at the end of every show, if not for anything, at least for your heart, do some sports.